Man, what's going on? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Live in the O.
Let's go.
And I got my
We
boy
ready.
here. Let me go ahead and switch it up real quick. Got my boy Omar. Sorry we late today. Omar was very, very late. Took all day. Told me he had to eat, and it was taking like 30 minutes, and we still had to do all this setup. You know how that goes.
Bro,
But
we got set up.
welcome.
We have closings. We have all types of stuff going on today, man. Today's a busy day.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, man, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this real quick with our topics. I got them pulled up right here. So real quick, you guys, we got a couple of topics. We're gonna start doing something new this year. Last year we did about 12 to 13 episode shows, or however you want to call it. This year we're thinking we decided to come back, have a bigger impact, and have specific of what we're talking about: life, sports, and community. Because all me and Omar both play a role in all three of them different areas. And I'm lagging really, and I'm lagging. You see me lagging? Like,
It's
am I lagging?
same, but it is what it is. We'll go through it.
Oh yeah.
We'll go through it.
So
Growing
that's the
pains.
key thing. And with real estate going up in the upper area, I felt like this is a great time for us to come back and make a really big impact in not just about all real estate, just about lifestyle, community, and sports. That's what it's all about. So enough of that. So as you see there on the top right of the screen, we got four topics we're going to go over today. We're going to talk about D.R. Horton lawsuit, how is UFL league affect or make an impact in Orlando, the Dynasty in Ocoee. You might not know what that is. And also, this is our first time doing this, so bear with us on the last one is the Logan Paul house. You're probably like, what is Logan Paul house? He bought a $32 million house that we're going to react on. And we have some pointers on that of what we think about that. So let's dive on into it. So Omar, real quick, and each segment is gonna be we'll talk about like 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So Omar, let's talk
Yes,
about this DR
sir.
Horn lawsuit. What about this lawsuit?
Go ahead and bring her up on the screen. Let's take a look.
All right, then, real quick, here I go. So basically, homeowners are suing DR Horton, over deceptive home sales and financing scheme. What about that you know about?
There's a lot going on here. So this was filed. When was this? The press release came out October 1st. I mean, I seen every loan officer out here posting like, I always knew DR Horton was bad. That's because they're losing business to these builders. These builders. I've been preaching it on my channel. I hope you guys are following me on IG, Omar Cotto Real Estate. I've been preaching a lot. New construction is low key where it's at, man. And you and I both know this. Right now, the best dollar amount that you get, they're able to buy the actual house, buy the loans out, and they could buy the rate down like 2% lower than in the market. Home sellers could do that, but home sellers are still holding on to the idea that they have like an advantage in this market. But you and I both know that this is a strictly buyer's market. So what happened? DHI has got lawsuits. They're stating that they're not disclosing the fees adequately to home buyers. What kind of fees are we talking about here? They're the actual fees that have to do with taxes specifically. So in a mortgage, we'll get real dorky, we'll get really nerdy right now. In a mortgage, you have principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Taxes and insurance are variable. P&I, the principal and interest, that holds. We have an amortization table. You owe the bank what you owe the bank. That's a whole different thing. But taxes, that changes every year depending on the value of your property, if it's homesteaded or not, or a variety of other factors. And insurance changes. We know that. People are complaining about insurance right now going up because of all the hurricanes and all the roof claims going on right now. So what happens when you buy a brand new house for the longest time to get you in the door? And I'm not going to, this is allegedly, and they are not the only that have ever done this, by the way. But to get people through the door, they used to show like the best possible monthly payment you could have. And they'll have the tax note of the land tax. And in the land, you and I both know that the land tax is significantly lower than the actual tax you're going to receive once you get, the property value up, which is probably the following year. So what
Question
happened?
real quick.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna pull this up real quick. So what you just said here, I can't read this whole thing because I don't have a subscription, but I wanted to talk about the title and what you just mentioned too as well.
Go ahead.
Homeowners sue D.R. Horton over hitting mortgage costs, which you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Knowing that I haven't been in real estate really active in the last 2 years, I'm getting back in it now. Let's talk about that hidden costs. I know beforehand the hidden cost that I used to see was they was basically allowing buyers to buy homes and have taxes on the land, which we both know that is lower. And what's happening is once when they get the assets value of the land, of the price of the taxes where they're supposed to be for the next year, their prices jumped up $400 to $500 a month.
Sometimes more,
So
bro. Sometimes some of them went up as more as $1,000, and I'll tell you why once you finish talking.
So
I mean,
basically, I just want you to just break down more on that. I want to pull this up, so I want to show people that facts that what we're talking about. This is actual what's going on. There's a class action lawsuit right now going against D.R. Horton over hitting mortgage costs. Now, have that happen to me with any of my buyers? No. I haven't had that actually happen to any of my buyers in this particular situation with DR Horton. I have sold a lot of DR Hortons, but I haven't had that situation because now what they have been doing with their loans as giving you estimated value what the taxes should be for the following year. So they don't give it to you for where the taxes. If you look it up, you see the taxes are very low. Your mortgage should be like $400 or $500 less, but they don't do that anymore because so many people were going on a foreclosure and stuff years ago due to this, and I'm guessing it has come back again, or whatnot. So go ahead and finish what you were saying though.
So the thing about this is that, DR Horton varies by region. Different regions have different deals, and different regions of DR Horton operate completely different. So we can only talk about what happens within our region, which is the Orlando region. But I've done 2 deals out in northeast Florida, one in St. Augustine, another one in Bunnell, DR Horton deals, and they both disclose the future land cost, the future land tax. So what happens? The very first deal I had this year, the actual seller sold their house because the assessment came out. Not only were they short on the taxes, but then the insurance went up. So it was a double whammy. So the taxes they were paying on, say, the land tax was maybe like $300 a year. And it jumped from $300 all the way up to $7,000 a year. So that's almost $600 a month just on the taxes alone. And then on top of that, the insurance went up on the thing, like
So
$1,000. So
So Antonio Stewart, which is a lender, sorry to cut you off. He just mentioned what
go
we're
ahead.
talking about. He said terrible lenders. He said they actually can go to the county and get a true estimate. Builders are lazy. He said they make money on selling the homes. That's what they didn't want outside lenders. That's why they don't want outside lenders. Basically, he's saying. What do you think?
Well,
Thoughts?
Antonio, man, listen, I understand what you're saying. As you should, get your business. You got to compete against these guys, but they have the advantage of, one, they have a captive audience, right? So what they do is, the builders, to keep what they do is, hey, we'll pay all your closing costs if you use our preferred lender. Not only will we pay your closing costs, we'll do a rate buy down like by 2%. And this is so aggressive, and they're able to do that because they can take a haircut on part of their because they own the company.
Now the thing I don't like about that, and I use Antonio's for example.
Yeah.
You have good relationship with outside lenders that you'll love to use for a new construction, but feel like you're hurting your relationship with them because you can't utilize them on a deal with new construction because new construction gives you the best deal. It feels like dogging, man. And like this is my friend, whatever. I've been building a lot of relationship with it, but I can't utilize the outside lender on this particular deal, even though they're probably better and probably help out my buyer better to buy new construction homes and avoid situations like we're mentioning right now with these hitting mortgage costs. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about do you think this will ever change, or is this going to be something that we're going to me and you have to just deal with all the time? Is deal with lenders, builder lenders.
Well, it's in their advantage to use their in-house lender, bro. A couple different reasons. A, they're pretty vertically integrated. They're integrated from the loan to the sales to the construction of the home to even some of the vendors to the land. Like they own just about everything in their pipeline so that they can spread their costs all the way throughout. So there's that part. The second part is, they know what's going on. If they own the lender, they can know exactly what's going on. They can know if they want to take a house off the market, if it's worth the risk of putting this person to buy this property. So if you do an outside lender, they don't have the same relationship to tell the builder. It's not in their interest to tell the builder everything that's going on with that particular buyer, because they're trying to salvage that deal for their buyer, that they're fiduciaries to them. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. The question is, will it ever change? In my opinion, no, it's not going to change. Builders have so much so that Warren Buffett invested $800 million, and I say Warren Buffett is Berkshire Hathaway, into Lennar and D.R. Horton this year on that precise bet. They know that this particular part of the market is the most susceptible to this type of lending. So the short answer is no. The good answer is what you alluded to before. I think this kind of practice is out of the way. I think they were caught early on from my experience. And I'm with you. You haven't been here in 2 years. I literally just closed on a D.R. Horton house 2 weeks ago. And I just put another one under contract last week. What's up? I know you guys are watching. And I saw that they disclosed it's two different things. If you have it, you say you don't have it because you're a good realtor. Some of these folks go in there without realtors that don't break that down. I like to slow it down and be like, yo, time out. Look at this. Can you afford this in the future? Because you're gonna owe money in the future. And we always have that conversation. It's an ugly conversation because I don't know if you've had this. I've had the call where somebody calls me and be like, oh, what the heck? My mortgage gone up. And it's because of that, because the land fees weren't in there.
Well, will you say one key thing before we go to the next segment?
Yeah.
The key thing, you guys, is the impact of actually having a buyer, an agent represent you when you go into a builder. That's the key thing at the end of the day. Don't just go into a builder without being represented, or call them ahead of time and let your agent know that you're coming so you can have somebody representing you if you decide to go under contract. Because at the end of the day, the representative that's working for the builder, they don't have really no intentions for you. They're looking out the best for you at the end of the day. They don't get paid. They get paid off base salary, some of them, and commission. It don't matter what you come in or not. So having a buyer, and for us, it's not like you're paying us. So we're definitely looking out for your best interest and making sure, because we don't want no bad phone calls, because our business is all based off referrals at the end of the day. So if we do bad by representing you, that means we're not getting anybody to follow through after you, because we're gonna have a bad name. So at the end of the day, having somebody representing you when you go into new construction and walking you through the process, and also understanding the financial part. A lot of agents don't understand that. Understanding the financial part is key, because now we understand and we know the parameters of where you want to be. If you say, Tremaine, I do not want to go over, I'm gonna say $2,500. Okay, cool. Let's figure this out. Let's figure out which home is that line up for you, or HOA that lines up for you to not to be over $2,500. Yeah, or whatnot. And that's including with the taxes. So you're not getting hit in the head a year later, and now you at $3,000 because we didn't do our part to figure out exactly. So we can go back to DR Horton, hold them accountable, and then draw you in the lawsuit too as well. Because if that situation happened without our knowledge for something that we don't know about, we know how to attack that moving forward. But that only comes because you have an agent representing you. What do you think? Are you agree with that?
There was no part of that I didn't disagree with. Absolutely. Like a lot of people choose to go to builders thinking they're going to save money, and the builder is the one that's saving, not them, because they're not paying us.
So next up, real quick, we have the UFL is coming back to Orlando. We used to have, so let me pull this up real quick. So, you know what I mean? And it's kind of, so, the UFL announces of a new vision, new markets, and new team rebrand. So, no, you guys, we're not getting, as of right now, it doesn't sound like we're getting Jacksonville to come to Orlando that I know of. I know we was trying to get that. I'm not sure. We'll do some more digging and talking about that. But as of right now, we used to have a team, XFL, which was the Guardians. We had it for 1 year. It looks like we're getting another professional team that's coming in 2026. Is a team in the UFL. There's one thing that's crazy that I pulled up today that I seen. So real quick, Omar, where do you think they're going to be playing these games at?
Oh, Camping World Stadium. Why wouldn't they?
No, no, bro,
What?
no. This is, bro. They're playing the games.
Oh,
Hold on.
at
They're
the
playing the
soccer
games.
stadium?
Yes. The soccer stadium
Oh.
has access to the game. So the UFL made an agreement to play their home games at Orlando Storm. UFL, oh, that's the team called Orlando, UFL's Orlando Storm. Now, tell me, how crazy is that? What do you think
Not
about that?
crazy at all. Not crazy at all. So that first of all, to get that stadium done took a lot of political wrangling, which they got it done in the first place. Remember, they had to knock down whole neighborhoods to get that stadium built. Then they built the stadium for the our Orlando soccer team. You're gonna kill me. What's the soccer team name again? The Orlando.
Boy, don't get me. Boy, if
Come
you the
on,
one
man.
said
The
it,
soccer,
I was
yo, y'all soccer people about to hit me over the head. That I don't know the soccer
no.
team. So anyways,
Orlando. Go ahead.
anyway, so Orlando City, the Orlando City Soccer. Thank you. I've had it in my brain. So they made that for that soccer team. What's the problem though? That MLS team. Have you been to a concert there?
I haven't. No, have you? I haven't. No.
No. What other attractions
They
are
do.
coming there?
So they have did bowl games. Bowl games have been there. I know Kevin. Kevin have shot a game there. I believe so. There was a bowl game that they had there at that stadium. I haven't ever
So
been. I tried to
they
shoot
took a
there.
bowl game. Is that when we had two bowl games like in New Year's? I was wondering what happened. So we had one there and
It
we had
might
one at Camping
at
World.
UC, or it might have been at UCF. I know they didn't do nothing at UCF. I know they're doing renovations. But it's kind of interesting to see that a UFL team is picking there because, and you know what's crazy? They might be picking there. We might not know about. They may be finally decide to do renovations to Camping World.
I mean that already got announced. Camping World has got the $400 million renovation already. That's already been checked. So they're rolling on that. Now
When is
when
it
is that supposed
projected
to
to?
start? It's supposed to start at the end of this year, but
I
I don't
haven't
know.
seen when I
I
was looking up. I didn't see anything on Camping World. I do have a friend, a kid that I know. His mama's over. I'm gonna reach out to him. His mama is over the plans for Camping World. So what I may end up doing is reaching out to him to get more insight on that. But one thing that I don't like about Camping World that doesn't make sense is why there's not no parking decks. Like how they built at Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic, as you know, they built a parking deck to have for access for better parking outlets for everybody. And Camping World doesn't have that at all. So I know people that went to Chris Brown was, man, everybody was telling me the parking was crazy, the traffic was very crazy during that event in the Camping World. I don't know. Did you go to Chris Brown concert?
I didn't. I didn't. I'm not that cool. But I'm seeing here that the Camping World, they're supposed to start in the beginning of next year, and it doesn't end until August 31st of 27. So they're saying it's going to take about 18 months to get that renovation. I mean, it's substantial, bro. We're talking about $400 million worth of upgrades going to that venue. So
Well, it's much
let's
needed.
let's back it up real quick. So you have Camping World that's spending 400 million, and why are they doing that? Because they want to draw more sports team to come play here. They want soccer teams from Europe to come and play here. They want other bigger acts to come to Orlando because I get hit all the time like, why do big acts skip Orlando? Why do they go right to Miami? And well, that's because we probably don't have a good enough venue to support that. So there's that piece. And this UFL deal makes complete sense. They need another tenant in there. They need somebody else that can bring in crowds because when there's not soccer, they need somebody to pay for butts and seats. So that makes complete sense. Now, the other question for you, which you may know more about this than I do, is will the dang league actually work? We saw what happened with XFL. What the heck is UFO going to do?
I like you, man. To be honest, I'm not even sure because XFL. I was at me and Kevin. We was our company, Sports Club Florida. We had access to shoot the whole season, and it only went one season. We're looking forward to the next season, and they got the axe. So we're looking at UFL to come back. I do also believe we did have arena football to come back. I think the previous year we have a lot of sports entertainment that is coming here. We have volleyball that just came. We have UFL that looks like that's coming too as well. We're nowhere in the pitch for Jacksonville Jaguars to come here. And also, we'll talk about this later. There's some outside companies or entities that's thinking about bringing us an MLB team here. I know we was in the runnings for getting Tampa Rays to come here, but I don't think we wasn't able to get that. So we're just looking. It looks like we're trying to get more attraction here in Orlando area. It sounds really good. It's just the traffic on I-4. It's bringing a lot of money into the area. It's circulating, which that's good for us for real estate wise. And downtown, I think within 10 years, I'm gonna say 5 years, downtown's gonna look drastically different. There's a lot of land that they are tearing down and bringing up right now, especially like you said earlier, Orlando City. That whole area looks drastically different, and they're still tearing down, buying properties to project the new things that's coming down in Orlando. So I think UFL, if it works out, that would be very huge for us to have because the UFL is a spring football. So it gives us something to do, with the Orlando Magic playing basketball and look like they're probably going to have a good season. And we also have football that's going to be in the spring. So, it's going to give people, the crowd's going to come out and support. They came out to support the XFL, the Guardians. So I think it definitely be a good thing and allows other, families, parents to go out and just watch some football in our area and not have to worry about driving all the way to Tampa or driving all the way to Jacksonville to watch football. And UCF, their football season over with in the fall too. So people that loves that sport is right back to us again in the spring.
So what I'm reading about it is that they're choosing more smaller, intimate venues. So it sounds like they don't have enough people that are going to watch that product. So it's a very localized product. The whole overall vision, if we back it up for a second, and before we close this out, is that Orlando is taking sports very seriously.
Correct.
They've they across the street from the arena, they already have the sports complex already coming up that they're already doing construction on it. That whole corridor going all the way to Camping Memorial Stadium, they plan on developing. And now they have this UFL team that's trying to do business there at the soccer stadium. All this screams that Orlando is taking sports very seriously. There's areas around Orlando, for example, Claremont, where a lot of runners already live. There's a lot of Olympians, former pro athletes that live here in Orlando and come
Oh,
here specifically for that.
so question: there's a lot of pro athletes that live in the Orlando area that people do not know about. A lot,
Mhm.
and I just think people. I think they're starting to see that Orlando may be a good hub to bring a big city, a team here. And Orlando Magic is actually these last couple of years they've been doing pretty good when they got Pablo. So Orlando Magic, I think they're the leading throne right now of I think what it would look like. And also UCF. UCF has been doing pretty decent too as well. So we have two, I ain't gonna say juggernauts, but we have two good teams that has been doing good these last couple of years. That bringing in UFL and also if we can get a major league baseball team here, that would be crazy.
I mean, I just saw that the Rays are signing a deal on a multi-use park right now, so they're trying to get. Tampa's not going to release them. At the end of the day, Tampa's a fantastic
Well,
market.
no, not that,
They're
but
not going to release them.
I'm not gonna say Tampa, but I'll do some research to see if MLB is looking to do expand. Usually do it by twos. Are they looking to add two more teams? Or
Mm.
whatnot. That's something to look at. I know I did. I looked at some stuff the other day, so I'll bring it up on the next show and discuss that. Let me see if anybody says anything. All right then. So this is about to be a wrap for talking about the UFL
I
here in
mean, that flows
Orlando.
perfectly into our next topic, bro.
Yeah, the
Perfect.
next topic. A lot of people probably don't even know about this, but this is actually pretty major to be honest with you. Um, And then what it is, it's called the Dynasty. It's a huge project that's coming in Ocoee. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Man, this project right here is crazy. I saw one of my guys, Josh Torres, one day that's posted on Facebook. I was scrolling like, man, what is this? Months ago. So construction expected to begin soon on a $1 billion the Dynasty Sports Entertainment Complex in Ocoee. This is going to be massive. There's a couple of things about it that is kind of strange. The Dynasties is a walkable all-in-one campus indoor and outdoor sports venues, lodging, wellness, amenities, retail, public recreations. Plan calls for a 150,000 square foot indoor sports facility equipped with immersive simulation technology and data tracking smart equipments for advanced athlete training. 17 multi purpose turf fields will support tournaments play across range of sports, including baseball, soccer, football, lacrosse, and track and field. Let me scroll down. I'll scroll back up real quick so you guys can see this. This is it right here. Let me do the overview. Right there. Do you see all these fields? This is crazy. Just
Goodness
me being in the
gracious.
sport, bro. This is for me being in the sports world and traveling around doing camps with football and also with kids doing AAU for basketball. Orlando's like one of the, I would say, if not number one of the best locations to come to for sports because you can do multiple things. You just can't come here for sports. You also have entertainment too as well. You can go to Disney. You can go to Universal. You can go to Orlando Magic game. You can go to a UCF game. You can go to a UFL game. You can also go downtown, or you can go on iDrive. Are you hearing everything that I'm naming right now of entertainment that you can do after you finish the games? Mind you, you got multiple places to live. Even though they're making a hub in Ocoee in the Dynasty area to live, you can also Airbnb in a Kissimmee or the Reunion area. You can also, cause since resorts are coming back, you can go into the resorts area and stay at a resort. So there's so many different things to do, and also got Brightline. You have so many things you can do here in Orlando. So people are gathering their money with their teams or whatnot, putting it together, putting their money to come to Orlando area to have their kids compete with the best of the best in the United States to Orlando. So why not have a multiplex like this that handles all the sports? Football, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, all the ones that I just named. And I know your daughter, she plays golf. So what do you think about this? How does this look?
So let me add on to what you said. So there's two full service hotels combining for 1,100 rooms. There's going to be 350,000 square feet of dining, retail, entertainment, and pedestrian riverwalk. There's going to be public amenities, which include, inclusive playgrounds. They're going to have other fields. They're going to have for other tournaments. They're going to upgrade the infrastructure. This is a big deal. I know Ocoee has got to be excited for this. This is something. Ocoee, I couldn't think of a more perfect place. Maybe a Popco might be another place that this kind of thing would pop off really well because the land is there. But the next closest thing is Ocoee. Let's talk about why Ocoee real quick. So Ocoee is interesting, man. Ocoee is between, Windermere, Apopka, Winter Garden, and you got Ocoee right there in the middle. Ocoee is such an interesting market because it's probably the most prime for, increase in value. Since it's so close to Windermere and so many people are getting priced out of Windermere, you're going to start seeing, and you're probably hearing it first, you're going to start seeing, if you haven't already, people flooding over from Windermere into Ocoee or down from Winter Garden into Ocoee, or as they're already going into Apopka. So that's why Apopka is growing. The 429 is helping that immensely. Ever since they opened with that 429, we're just seeing a boom in growth over there. The other day, how many new projects or how many new construction sites do you have over there by where you live in Apopka?
Okay, so when I did my research, since you guys know I'm coming back, I have to say it again. So when I did my research, because I'll be focusing on a pop in the core area, there was 21 new construction development coming in this area. What that tells me that something is coming around this area that a lot of people don't know about, and that's called the Dynasty. And also, there's another part in Kelly Park. We're not going to mention the name. That's something very big too as well. It's just as big as the Ocoee project, the Dynasty. It's just not focused on sports and entertainment. So a Pop and Ocoee has a lot of growth. And the crazy thing about this is, years ago when I first got into real estate, nobody really wanted to live in a Apopka. Probably Ocoee, but nobody really wanted to live in a Apopka. Everybody wanted to move outskirts, Groveland, Mascot, Claremont, Mineola, them areas. But now, even with these last couple of years, people want to start moving in closer. And one key thing since I started going into working in the community, One key thing that I have noticed is it was families with kids, the travel, the distance. Most of the athletic stuff that you do with your kids is in the Orlando area. So that commute from Groveland, Mascot, is about an hour, hour and a half probably due to traffic. So that's a key
What are you
thing
talking
about
about? What? You crazy. Stop it.
oh my,
You
oh
crazy.
so if Antonio's
You
on here right
crazy.
if Antonio's on here right now, he will tell you he stays in Claremont. Groveland, that traffic is crazy, bro, at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so with that, that's going to change here shortly once they open up the 3 highways in between
That ain't
Claremont
no time. That ain't coming in tomorrow.
and Orange County. Well, it's coming. It's almost
but
there, but that's going to change.
but that's the key thing that I have with a lot of families that want to move closer. A lot of them have kids, and a lot of them play sports,
But
practice.
I want to
So
hit something.
come,
I want to hit something you're
go
saying real
ahead.
quick before you move on.
Go
That
ahead.
sports tourism is becoming, if it isn't already, one of the fastest growing segments in discretionary income, meaning people are spending more money on sports tourism. What's sports tourism? People are flying to different places. I mean, people are stopping vacationing now to go watch their kid play football, go watch their kid play basketball, go watch their kid play volleyball, baseball, you name it, even lacrosse. All these sports, and when they travel, what are they doing? They're paying a minimal fee to this park who are employing umpires and support staff and vendors that support the actual event. On top of that, they're getting hotel rooms and Airbnbs, like you said. So they're bringing in an economy there. On top of that, they're spending money on the actual travel to get there. They're flying in, they're renting cars. So this has become such a huge industry. So big that in my side, I live in Seminole County. Sanford already has parks dedicated to this. Oviedo has a park for baseball that's dedicated for this. I mean, that's the next growing segment. So what Ocoee did, hey, they're going far above. They're taking it to the next level. They're saying, listen, we're going to create the dopest spot so that hopefully people spend money here the most.
So another key thing I will say, what does all this mean for what we're talking about? If you live in the Ocoee area, which I live in the Ocoee area and it's right up the street, that means your equity should be going up, or it's going to be very valuable to live in the Ocoee area, especially if you're close to this area. Just think about it. Winter Garden is expensive. Hamlin's expensive. Windermere expensive. All of them have some kind of something. Like Windermere, Hamlin was close to Disney, close to Reunion. Look at their price point. The price point is very, it's in a
Over
probably six.
700,000, almost
Yeah,
900,000.
yeah. So I'm just putting this on perspective. So if you live in a core area, a pocket area right now, you're gonna be looking pretty good in a couple of years. And if you're thinking about moving here, you better call me and Omar today.
Well, you heard it here first. I'm telling you, that's here's so I get asked all the time. I work, through my IG. I work a lot with people moving into town. Hey Omar, what's the dopest spot? What is, I want to raise my family. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. What areas do you see? Because they're getting priced out of the areas that you mentioned. They're getting priced out of it. They don't see the value in paying $900,000 for a stucco box to be close close to their neighbor. You know what I mean? They don't like it. So what I tell them is, hey, something like this where somebody is willing to spend $1 billion, they're investing $1 billion into an idea or into an area. Take note. That means that they believe that there is actual value there and that they can extract it from there. And if there's value there, there's value in there for you.
Yeah, I mean, you're 100% correct, and there's going to be a lot of value in this area. There's one thing I'm concerned about because I have some more growth that we'll talk about later. That's up the street from me. They're building the Publix shopping center, and it's on the same line as driving to the Dynasty. It's the same road. Traffic. I'm not sure how they're going to handle the traffic or how they're going to expand the roads. It's just a
That's an
two-lane
Orlando
road right
problem,
now.
bro. Everybody knows
I,
that our infrastructure is just not catching up. We're not
yeah,
growing. Our infrastructure is not growing as fast as we are growing. So this is a problem everywhere in Central Florida, not just there.
yeah. So, all right. So that's it on the
Before
Dynasty
we go on,
core.
if
You
you guys
guys, go
like
ahead.
this, if you like this type of information, if you like what this kind of thing that we're talking about, if this brings you value, give us a comment down below. Make sure that we know that you're liking this. We're trying to do this every week. We're trying to make this happen where we're bringing you the information that you want to see.
You stay grounded.
What you got going on?
You hear that in the background?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Hey,
See,
my bad.
we're in the middle of broadcast and you're looking at damn Facebook. What's going on right now?
No, because I'm trying to queue up for the next one. I didn't know you can actually hear it. That's your fault. I should have put it on mute.
Yeah. So listen, if you guys like what we're talking about, this is all in fun. You know, me and Tremaine, we have a tremendous relationship. Even though he was out into a different industry for the last couple of years, he's been doing phenomenal with kids, and he did something else. You know, but either way, he was always checking in. We were always kicking it about real estate. There was nothing that we didn't talk about when it came to was real estate related. It was always on the forefront. So we love talking like this. A lot of people, you know, when we came off the air last time, they were like, yo, we miss you live and oh, man. Like, where's the information? So if you like this kind of thing, let us know, comment, you know, DM us, make sure we're giving the right information. Even check me. If I'm saying the wrong thing, check me.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So next up is Logan Paul. So why are we doing Logan Paul? So Omar was like, hey, man, he texted me out of nowhere. I was like, hey, bro, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to take these dang captions off. So he was like,
what Cambodian captions? What is that?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to take off real quick. So he was like, hey man, let's react to this. So I watched the video just to put stuff in perspective. Yes, he bought a $32 million house, but we're going to break it down and tell you why we decided to do this. So here we go.
Hey there, Lo Gang. Welcome back to the vlog. New videos every Wednesday. Like and subscribe. You're probably wondering, Logan, what are you doing? Why is this a voiceover? Why is this happening? Well, that's because we have a new videographer this week. You know this guy. His name is Mac. And Mac, one of my best friends of all, do the audio. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault because the audio is coming. But first, this is me loading up my $336,000 Wayne Gretzky final championship game hockey stick. I'm bringing it home and the audio's coming.
What a flex.
Okay, here we go.
Thanks, guys. Be safe. I'll see you next time.
Let's go to Puerto Rico! Hoorah, brother! Esme took her first selfie video the other day. Very exciting stuff. She was vlogging. I'm not kidding. That was her first vlog.
Crushing it.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah, why do we have so much stuff? Well, I'll tell you, we just got a new crib in Puerto Rico, which we're pretty excited about. I'm leveling up in my life a little bit. A lot, actually. Still humble. You have to remain humble. I don't know if y'all remember, this is for the OGs. When I moved to my house in LA, it was a big deal.
Oh, yo, pause real quick. So, a couple things on this right now. First of all, he created this whole vlog for the house that he's getting. So this showing you he's authentically excited. Like, no matter what the price point is, your house, you're excited to get a house. It's one of my favorite parts about doing this job. I just had a closing today. Their career airline, executives. The look on their faces as they looked at each other walking in the house was priceless to me. It makes me realize, well, I love doing this, and this is what Logan Paul is showing how important it is to buy a house. Number two, he's buying in Puerto Rico. Why do you think he's buying in Puerto Rico, Tremaine?
Tax purposes.
100%. Now he's a resident of Puerto Rico, and if he's a resident of Puerto Rico for more than 6 months in a day, now he can claim their income tax, and their income tax is 4%. And if you're making, I don't know, whatever he's making, 10, 20, 30, $40 million a year, that's millions in savings. And if you could do that, guess with those taxes, instead of paying Uncle Sam, what do you think you're doing?
Investing or something, doing something else with that money.
You're paying for the house. Instead of paying Uncle Sam that money, you can throw that right into the house you're about to buy. Now, that comes from some advantages and disadvantages, especially for the ultra wealthy. So what happens? The ultra wealthy, the houses are nice, but they're not as nice as you think. So let's keep going.
I felt years of this hard work manifest into this amazing house. And this kind of feels like that a little bit as well. And when I did that years ago, I actually made a song called I Just Bought Me a House, because I had, just bought a house. It's a fucking banger. I don't know why I never released it. I'm thinking maybe because now I bought a house again. Like, if there were ever a time to release a song, it would be now. I don't know if I want to release it, though. I'll play it for you guys in this vlog. We can see, like, a little bit of the music video. I just bought me a house. Maybe if you guys want me to release this song, comment below.
Let's give a little bit, man. I don't like these guys.
Well, we're gonna have to see
Thursday Night Football.
No, you guys, I did not pay
It's
for
on
no
Prime.
skip ads. I pay for everything. I pay just the card. Hold on.
All right. I told the pilot, stop here. I got something to do. I want to go shopping. The pit stop
Fast forward a little bit.
was for collectibles. I'm addicted.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
Keep going.
Yay.
Oh,
6.
Oh my God.
Let's go. Love this house. We've been here for 3 years, but we got a new one. We're going to do the official walkthrough right now. Tomorrow we sign papers and that's it. So I've been looking at houses for like a year here. I've seen a lot of them. When I walked into this one, I had the feeling like, oh my gosh, this is actually probably too much, but it's so fucking nice. And I didn't want to show it to Nina at first because I knew she would love it. And it's also really expensive. But I was like, you know what? We were walking through one of the aisles and she shoots a
pause
look
real quick. So one key thing right there when you're shopping for a house and he said his spouse, he knew it was expensive. And he didn't want to show it to her because if she liked it, he's like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to pull the trigger. But it sounded like it checked a lot of the boxes anyway. So I just wanted to say that real quick because a lot of times when you're married or whatnot, you're shopping for homes, two people have different thoughts of that house. And 9 times out of 10, majority of times the woman that makes the decision, especially if they're buying a house or their needs. Like for me, my wife said, when we buy a house, it better have a tub. So
Does she use
if
it?
it costs, yes, she actually does use it like all the time.
Oh, okay. She's one of the only women that said they would have a tub and actually uses it.
Yeah, so if the house costs more money, it is what it is. I had to find a house that had a tub.
You know what's funny about this too is you nailed it on that. Like, how many you and I, we've been selling for a while. I've been doing this over a decade. How many times do we know that a man doesn't want to see a house because he knows my wife is going to like that? I don't want to pay for that. So that happens like at every price point. That happens at $200,000, $400,000, $1 million. Even at this guy, this is a $32 million house. It's happening to him here. So he was probably trying to stay under between 16 and 20 million. He was probably staying that price point. But then they saw that one and they're like, oh crap. And then he's got to pony it up.
But the one key thing before we move forward, just think about this. He has the same excitement, same thoughts as anybody was buying a house at 200, 300,000, 400,000. It costs too much money. You heard what he said. He thought it's too expensive for him. So we're playing this because showing you that the perspective of it doesn't matter what price point of house is, everybody has the same reaction, thoughts into whatever you're buying. So here you go.
Back at me like this. And I was like, hi, how are you? Hey, can we film yet?
It's your house.
Let's go.
Yay! Oh, she likes it. Yay! See the trees? Yay! Yay!
Yeah, it's pretty surreal, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I can't imagine living here. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is fucking sick. Oh man, I got a yard. Big yard and a big house. Look at the house. This is crazy. I'm having a really hard time processing this.
I think that's completely understandable.
Really?
Yeah.
Just never had a house this nice in my life. People said I grew up with a silver spoon. They said all my opportunities.
This is the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. This dude just said he never had the nicest house ever in his life. He just, 2017, he bought a $7 million house in California.
Oh no, don't get it twisted. He has another house in Puerto Rico that's worth, I think he bought it for $6 million. He's selling it right now for $10 million. So he's got one on the market right now he's trying to sell. So he's got another one.
Stays there too.
The only thing is, he has to sell that house because he got married and his wife's like, yo, I don't want the same house that you had all these other chicks in. You need to buy me another house. So now he's like, all right, bet I gotta buy this house. So that's where he's at with this.
These were handed to me, but that's not the truth. I worked really hard to make this happen, and make this life for myself and my family.
I know.
And it's just crazy that this is how it's all manifesting. This house is insane, babe.
Insane.
This house is fucking insane. Maybe it is too much.
No, you gotta just let it sink in and give it time.
Maybe we should return it.
What?
I can't.
You don't want to do it anymore?
No, I want to do it. Very exciting. Very exciting.
I just want to say
he's
this
not serious. First of all, this guy's when you're watching this, know you're looking at a marketing master. You're looking at a marketing genius, even at his age. So he's doing all that on purpose.
Real quick, one thing good about me and Omar, we both married. got kids, and a couple of key things that I take out of this, as in he keeps on saying he has to do this for his family, he has to grind. And I'm pretty sure where that level he's at right now didn't come from luck. Just wanted to put that out there. Came to him putting in work, and a couple of key things that he said a couple of times was family, his wife. So I just wanted to put that out there, man. A lot of people these days feel like things are just handed to them or whatnot. You can see how he's leveling up. You can see from him and his brother what they've been doing. So
exciting.
Whoa! In her toilet.
You can have your privacy.
I like sharing a toilet with you.
No, you don't. You literally don't.
I like sharing a toilet with
No,
you.
you get so shy. You get poop shy.
No, Nina. Nina. She doesn't mean that. I do. I get really poop shy, bro. All right, little lady. New house, Esme?
Pause real quick.
Puerto Rico.
The part I love about that scene is that that reminds me of, I represent a lot of very successful people who are, they have their own organizations and they're taken very seriously. I've represented generals, colonels in the military. I've represented CEOs of companies. And when they go around other people, they're super serious. But then when they get around their wife says some stuff like this, like, "Hey, man, you don't even like taking poops in front of people." Like, and you see him, no, I don't.
Look, I remember looking at a house years ago that had a toilet with no door. So you go in your master room, the toilet had no door, so you just using the bathroom and somebody washing their hands, you can't close the door. And I said, "Hey, I'm never doing that. You got to have your privacy."
That tells you the level of intimacy that we get with people. This is why I love what I do, because we talk about this very candidly and how it works for their life. Because everybody's different. Some people, anyways, keep going.
Man, I've been world traveling, bro. I got married. I wrestled John Cena. My daughter's about to turn 1, and I got a new house. It's gonna be a great week.
Bro, I have strep throat.
We both do.
We both have strep throat. So like I don't have enough energy for an event of this magnitude. I gotta pull it together, bro.
See, for the long form edit, we're gonna have to edit a lot of this.
But we got a new one. We're going to do the official walkthrough right now. Tomorrow we sign papers and that's it. So I've been looking at houses for like a year here. I've seen a lot of.
Bro, what did you do? Did you restart it? What did you do?
I had the feeling like, oh my gosh, this is actually probably too much.
Yeah, you did.
But it's so fucking.
Fast forward, buddy. There we go. Right there. Go back up. Right there. I like. Go right there. Right there. Right there.
Woo! Let's go. Family outing. This is it. When I actually closed on this house, it wasn't a vibe. It was in like some lawyer's office in a place I'd never been to before. None of my friends were there. It was just me surrounded by lawyers and agents who didn't have.
Keep going. Keep going. And agents at what? Agents at what? Keep going.
Best interest at heart. Oh, yeah. So this.
Now stop.
It felt super predatory.
There you go. That part. This is so telling here. When I hear things like this is like, this guy's buying a $32 million house. I mean, guys, for the sake of commission, let's assume that they. I'm gonna lower the percentage out there because let's assume that they're sharing a percent out there. I'm gonna go super low. Yeah, it's around $1.2 million at stake here. So around 600 each side if you split it. Yeah, $1.2 million in commission that's probably getting paid on this thing. He said that the agents didn't have the best interests at heart. Do you think either one of those agents wanted him to stop that deal? Heck no. And he's saying he felt it like that. He's at a lawyer. Same thing with the lawyer. The lawyer is getting paid to close that deal. So he felt the same way. And he felt like nobody around him had his best interest at heart. I hate to hear that.
They just wanted his money. And that's kind of crazy too as well. Because watching this video, you see in just a second, I'm like, that's pretty dope. I said, we don't never do that really. He closed in his own house.
This doesn't feel predatory at all.
Baby.
This feels sick. I got my daughter, my wife, my boys. Might as well bring the fucking dog. Come on, big boy. Important, this is a big moment for all of us. Dudley, you're coming, brother. Let's go. Pack it up, you're coming. What's up, y'all? We got a cheese board, babe. And macaroons, babe.
I know.
And chocolate-covered strawberries.
Wow, this feels big.
Holy shit.
Little cookie frogs, throwing chocolate in them. This is serious.
Buying a new house? Drink Prime.
Of course, you got this marketing in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey now. We know you're excited. We're all excited, buddy. All right? Just keep it cool. Hey, did you look at all these documents?
Everything.
Okay, I'm good?
You're good.
All right. Feels like I'm at a Fanatic signing a little bit. I got just the song for this when the time is right.
Let's see.
We got only one page left.
I start my roommate's keys. New roommate sign is on me. Please do my old apartment now. Cause I just bought me a house. Headed to the top of a beam.
Oh my God.
See me in the Yeti cause the window's so tinted.
In Albion, no matter where you go or
We're good
what
with
you
this.
do, your mount will accompany you on your journey. Perhaps you'll
I just wanted to show you a little bit of this. This is the kind of thing that, you know, you and I experience. I mean, on a daily basis. I right now I have people who are I do a lot of move up business, meaning people who need to sell their property and move into the next property. That's the majority of my business. So they're leveling up in their life. They're leveling up in their house. They're also leveling up with their kids. They're leveling up with their marriage. So we do a lot of that. And this video outlines a lot of that. This guy, he stated, "Hey man, I wrestled John Cena, career check. He's in his private jet. He's got his kids in there. I mean, this checks every box of what people do, what real estate means to people, which I love to see that he actually showed that in real time, a real estate transaction. This is why we do what we do. A lot of people think that when we just sell a house, it's just like, okay, we got to check. No, man. For me, and I know it's the same for you, Tremaine, you say it all the time, you know, the people I work with forever. I expect to be with you for a long time. I'm going to come to your housewarming. I'm going to give your kids some gifts. Like, I know your kids' names. You know my kids' names. I invite you over to some stuff. Like, I have lifelong clients that are friends. You know what I mean? So I love to authentically see people level up and be better selves. And real estate is like the core of that leveling up, man. That's where it starts.
You know, the crazy thing about what he just did, if you know me, I would have been the person recording him. I would have been the agent that's actually recording the whole process for him. Because I got like 8 testimonials that I did that for. So I wouldn't have been a realtor at that. The normal realtor, but I would have been a video guy because I would have recorded the whole process and then documenting the same experience he got. I would have did the same thing. I just would have been actually the one shooting. I wouldn't paid anybody. I would have did it myself. Not because of money situation. It's just something that I like to do and capture the moment. But I like that. I like that video just to show that it doesn't matter what price point you buy a house. And he had bought multiple houses before. Look at the experience that he had from buying a $32 million house. He'd been buying $1 million house all the time. That's like his third one or whatnot. And he's still excited. Just the same way as somebody's buying a house at 350, 400, 500. The same way I had buyers run around in the house after they close, jumping on their carpet, sliding on their carpet and stuff like that. Just excited and on a lower price point. So it doesn't matter what price point you're at. Everybody has the same exact process when they clear their process and when they're buying it is a totally different story. But when they close, when they're at the table and get the you get the clear to close email. Hey, we got to clear the close. What's that mean? You good? Well, 9 times out of 10, you good. I see some crazy stuff recently with some people. They got to clear the close and they not closing. Something happened. I don't know about that, but I have seen some crazy stuff that happened.
I'm gonna hold that. You know, somebody who's probably watching. Shout out to you, bro. I lost one at the closing table this year.
Really?
At the closing table, I won't disclose all the facts on it, but yeah, man, that was rough. That everything was done. I needed one thing, and it didn't happen. Deal done. But that's neither here nor there. Listen, as far as the actual house themselves, like 32 million. I mean, that is Dorado. That's one of the nicest areas for that kind of wealth in Puerto Rico. We don't have those kind of properties here, man. And what's funny is I low key, I think our properties in Winter Park are better than that house. But that's the best kind of craftsmanship you're going to get down there in Puerto Rico. It's great. As a real estate agent, when I look at that, I'm like, man, he spent 32. Well, how much space is that? Is that a big? That's not even that big of a living room. Like, why is the wine cellar? Why is the wine cellar under the stairs? You should have 32 million. You need to have a huge wine cellar. I did one the other day. It was 3 million. It had a hideaway wine cellar, had a whole downstairs that was wine. Like, what are we talking about here? So stuff like that. Like when I see that and I say, man, he spent $32 million on that, man. And here in Florida, you can get that same product. I mean, for like not even a quarter of that price.
Well, we'll have to do this one time. What's the difference in Winter Park and Winter Garden and Windermere? What do you get for the same price point? We'll do that one day. We'll pick a price point that's going to be in the millions, and we'll do all three areas.
Yeah,
and we'll
I like
see
that.
what is the difference in each one of the cities.
I can talk to that all day.
So if you want us to do that, man, just let us know in the DMs. This will be on. We didn't go live on YouTube right now because we just started a channel basically. So
we're live on my YouTube. So you want to go over there? Hey,
on our YouTube we're live on, but live in the O, it is up and running. We'll be posting that. We'll be back on this consistent weekly basis. We may do some pop-up stuff sometimes. You never know because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. But we definitely would do this. There'll probably be an episode by itself. We'll do a comparison video on what do you get for
the price point. I love it.
Yeah, price point. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode real quick of Live in the O. Like I said, this is their second, basically you say second season, to be honest with you. We started last year. This year is bigger and better. As you can see the setup. There's always one thing about me and Omar, we're all about investing in ourselves and making sure that whatever we do is excellent. At the end of the day, no half-a or whatnot. And what we do is all about taking pride and making sure we deliver the best quality information for you guys and also look and also sound. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man, on Live and O. We're back. We'll see you guys next week. If you got any information, reach out to myself or reach out to Omar on our channels. Tremaine Wright on Facebook, Instagram, Mr. Right Choice, Omar Coda on Facebook and Omar Coda on Instagram, and type our names in on YouTube. You'll find us. So hope you guys have a great night. See you guys next week. Peace.